What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get more water pressure out of your shower head. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. Alright guys, so today we've got a very common question or issue that a lot of people tend to have with their shower heads, and that is having low water pressure. That's not necessarily to do with the plumbing itself, it's more so to do with the shower head. And the reason for that is they actually come from the manufacturer with a little restrictor inside, and that is to reduce the amount of water that comes out of your shower head. The reason why they do it is to increase water efficiency. So doing their part for the environment, reduce the amount of water that comes out, which is great, but a lot of people don't like to have a weak shower. Me personally, if I wanted to have a stronger shower, just simply reduce the amount of time that you're in the shower, and then you're still doing your part for the environment. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove this restrictor. It's not too bad at the moment, to be honest. I'll quickly turn it on. That is on full ball at the moment, so it's not too bad. You can see there, that's in the middle. I just turn it on cold. It's still all the way open, and that is the amount of water that's coming out now. So depending on the style of shower head that you have, the restrictor may be in a few different areas. In this particular case here, we've got a swivel head, so it can be up here on top. We need an adjustable wrench to remove that side there. This side here, we've got an arm with an Allen key, and then we've got an adjustable wrench to remove the whole body itself. So it can be behind here, it can be right here, or it can be up here on the head. So I'm going to start on the easiest section, which is the head right here, and hopefully we'll come across to the restrictor right here. So I'm going to take my adjustable wrench, and we're going to undo the head right here. A little bit hard to do with one hand. There we go, we've got it turning. Now I'm going to quickly switch hands and undo this by hand. So we can see that it's starting to swivel off. Being careful not to drop it. You can see that it's starting to come undone from the top. Okay, now we've got this one here, and you can see there's no restrictor inside. That one there is completely open. The way it's supposed to be. A little restrictor will be a little piece of plastic sitting up on top, which we're going to have to remove the arm now, and hopefully you should find it in here. So to remove the arm here for the shower head, we're going to use an Allen key, and there's a little screw here on the side. Just check and make sure that there isn't one on the other side as well. Back that one there off, and you want to be very, very careful because this screw here is very small, and there's a good chance it's going to go down the floor waste or down your sink or wherever you're working. So just be very, very careful. Sometimes you can get lucky and you don't have to remove it the whole way, which we're going to try now just to avoid dropping it, because I'm working with one hand. And then you should be able to lift that up just like that. So we'll get rid of that excess water. Have a look inside. We haven't got the restrictor in here. Once again, this one here is all clear all the way through. Same thing with the top section here. So that means it's unfortunately in here somewhere. Alright, so to remove this section here, rather than using an adjustable wrench, if you use an adjustable wrench here, you're going to risk damaging the actual surface. So you're going to damage or scratch that chrome. What we're going to do in this case here instead is we're just going to be using a flathead screwdriver, drop it in that hole on top, and we're going to use it for leverage. Turn it to the left, remembering lefty loosey, righty tighty. Once we've got that one there loose enough, we can undo it by hand. Be careful not to lose that little seal as well, which I might have already dropped. Okay, so we've got a little seal right here that is supposed to be there, but it's actually on the floor. So we just need to remember to put that in. And if we have a look inside, this here is where the arm was sitting, which means there's nothing in there, it's nice and clear. We have a look on the back section here, and you can see that red plastic right down the back. That there is the restrictor. Now there's a little bit of gunk built up inside. That could be from some Loctite seal, or it could be just from the threads. I'm not too sure yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to remove that little red restrictor from the inside. So hopefully you guys can see a little bit better now. You can see a bit of gunk on the inside. We're going to try and remove that now. That could be some Loctite seal, it could be just a bit of gunk built up over time, and that red restrictor right down the back is what we're going to remove. So I'm just going to quickly try and remove some of this gunk that's built up here. So sometimes you get lucky and you can just pry it out, but in my case, it doesn't seem to want to budge. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to simply pierce that plastic. So once again, that red plastic all the way down the back, we're just going to put our little screwdriver inside, pierce that plastic all the way through, creating a hole. And then as I'm pulling the screwdriver back out, I'm just going to put it on a little bit of an angle and pop it out. So hopefully that should work. Push it in, pierce it, which we just did. All right, so pop that one there up. And that is all that is now left of that restrictor. So make sure there's nothing left inside. You can check both sides from here. Make sure there's nothing left inside. If there is, you can take it out with a screwdriver, wash it under a tap is probably the easiest way. So we might actually do that now. Flush a little bit of water through the top, and that's gonna flush out any material that might be left inside. So now we've got it nice and clean, what we're gonna do is reinstall everything. So thread this one here back on. Make sure we're gonna have our opening going up to the top again. So just one more turn. Starting to get tight now, we'll take that screwdriver. And once again, and that looks pretty level right there. Clean off anything around the edges, any of that dirty markings. Remembering our little gasket that I dropped before, pop that on top, put the arm back in. Make sure that one there is nice and flush up on top. Tighten up our Allen key. So now we can put the shower head back on. Once again, thread that one there to the right. Thread it on by hand, and then we'll use the adjustable wrench once it's fairly tight. So we don't want to over tighten it. So now everything's reinstalled. We'll turn on the tap and I'll show you guys the difference. You can hear and see just how much pressure's coming out of that now. Compare that with this. That is on full ball at the moment. And we've got a huge difference simply by removing the restrictor. Once again, if you want to do your part for the environment, just shorten up the amount of time that you spend in the shower. Now you've got a nice strong shower head. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. You've learned something new. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.